we're going to make Spanish rice today. I'm going to base all these ingredients on 5 pounds of meat. If you do under 5 pounds of meat, then you have to cut it back accordingly. So let's see what we have. Hamburger, 5 pounds of hamburger. 2 large cans of just the sauce in the can. I use Success rice in the bags, 10-minute rice. You can use any kind of white rice that you wanted. An onion, 1 large onion, 3 large green peppers, 1 large clove of garlic. Everything's large. Supersized. 2 jalapenos, salt and pepper, and season all. We're going to combine it all together, simmer it on the stove, and then bake it in the oven for about 45 minutes. So we're going to get into it. Let me set up my tripod and we'll get to it. What I do in no general order is I like to do my the vegetables and the onion. I like to saute those up first, put them aside, do my meat, combine them in a pan with the sauce, and simmer the sauce on the stove. So we're going to start just like that. Little tip, take garlic and bang it with a knife. You'll break it up and all the casing comes off easily. And we'll put this aside. What I do is get a dish for all my scrap stuff. Hopefully you can see that and we're in camera. Probably not. Let's try that. Alright. So, put garlic over there. One large onion, 1 large clove of garlic, de-seed the peppers. You don't want seeds in there. Put those aside. Hopefully you're still in frame. Alright. Try to fly through this. This is unexciting. Whoop. You can do it in any order you want. You can do your meat first if you want. Doesn't matter. Just put it to the side. Because we're going to combine all this anyway. But I prep all my stuff and then chop it up. Now the jalapenos are going to be hotter with the vein and the seeds in it. So if you want it hot, leave them in. If you want it mild, take them out. Nice and easy. So we're going to leave one in, take one out, so it's not too hot. The people I cook for are wimps. I like it hot, but they don't, so. Alright, we're going to get to chopping. My little helper bailed on me, said he was going to help me do video today. And now I'm strictly working for you guys instead of him. He's too busy playing, what are you playing? Call of Duty Blackhawks. He's on like a 14-hour run. But I'm an old gamer too, so I know what it's all about. But no, now I'm an adult and I have to cook for everybody. No games for Marky today. Alright, now the onion. Pan's nice and hot, put a little oil in there. I start with my garlic first. Pop that in there. And I always put my peppers in first because they seem to cook a lot faster than the onions. So I do these. warm. A little bit warm. Making a mess. Nobody said good cooking was clean. Okay, so start sauteing them up. Can't talk today. Salt, pepper, and season all. And we're back. So I've added my peppers, sauteing those first. Because peppers seem to take a little bit longer than onions. And I don't want these crispy brown, I just want to caramelize them. So now I'll add my onions to it. The pepper's been cooking for about 5 minutes. Break them up a little bit. Now I leave my onions a little bit bigger. You don't have to. You can chop them up fine too if you like. Some more seasoning. I season every time I add something to the mixture. I re-season it. If you don't, after you add everything together, it'll be just really bland if you only season it once. So we'll be back with the next step. Alright, so the onions and peppers are all done. I put them on for about maybe 10 minutes or so. I can give you a close-up. Whoa. Okay, back up. So they're just tender to the bite, really. I mean, you don't want them crunchy in this dish, unless you like it like that. I don't. I like mine just a little bit mushier. But so basically, the onions and peppers are done. Put those to the side, and now we're going to concentrate on our meat. In the same pan that we did the onions and peppers in, we're going to put the meat in and brown the meat. Okay, so we got the meat in. We're just going to season it up a little bit. And that's all there is to it. We're just going to brown the meat, and when we're done with that, we'll combine that with the peppers and onions and the sauce, and we'll let it simmer. Alright, we're on to mixing. I just put it into a basic pot. Take your onions and peppers, throw it into the pot. The meat's just about done. I drained a little bit of the oil off. You can drain it completely. I leave a little bit in there because I firmly believe that you need it for taste. So we're just going to add the meat to the vegetables. And now we're just going to mix it all together. Stir it up pretty good. And it should look something like that. Now to this, what we're going to do is we're going to add these 2 big cans of just regular tomato sauce. Dump them right in. It's a pretty long meal to make, but it's yummy. And it's worth every second that it takes to cook it, I think. Alright, so just mix up the sauce with your hamburger and the vegetables, the onions and peppers. good mixing. And you've probably seen me season every time I added something. If you season just one time, if you just season just your peppers and onions and not the meat plus the sauce, it'll be really bland because you're adding 5 different ingredients in here. So now I'm in for the last seasoning. Because I added the sauce, I'm going to add some more. I know it seems like a lot, but it's not. Trust me, guys. You need to season all of this. Season to taste. Alright, give it a quick mix. Lower your heat to simmer. Put it on the stove, simmer it for about 35-40 minutes with a cover. Check it periodically and give it a quick stir so it doesn't burn on the bottom. Alright, so while the sauce is simmering, get a pan with boiling water. I use this Success rice in a bag. I just find it much easier. It contains it all in one bag and it's easier to measure out. I use 4 regular size bags of the rice for 5 pounds of meat. And at the end of the video I'll give a description of all the ingredients. I don't cook this for 10 minutes. It's 10-minute rice because we're going to combine this with the sauce and everything, and most guys would stop at that point, but I don't. I'll bake mine for another 40 minutes. So you don't want to cook the rice for 10 full minutes and fully cook this, because when we bake it, then it'll become mushy. So what I do is 7 to 8 minutes at the most, and I do it ahead of time. Once it's done, about 8 minutes, I run it under cold water to stop it from cooking, and I set it aside, and then I mix it all together. We put it in a baking pan, and we bake it for 45 minutes. Okay, so we mixed all the ingredients together, and mixed the rice with the peppers, onions, and sauce, and the meat. Put them into a big baking pan, and we're going to bake it. Bake it on 425 for about 45 minutes. I like to do it for about 45 minutes. And I uncover it with about 20 minutes to go, so it dries it out just a little bit. And as soon as it comes out of the oven, I'll put it on a plate and show you what we got. Alright, so we took it out of the oven, we plated it. I like to eat garlic bread with it, a couple pieces of garlic bread. And here's the final product. Spanish rice, or my take, Slinging Lead 10's take on Spanish rice. Give it a try, guys. I hope you guys like it. Hope you guys are enjoying the videos. You guys have a great day, and I'll talk to you all later.